Please.
Thanks a lot. Matthew Lee, Intercity Press, on behalf of the Free UN Coalition for Access. Thanks for the briefing, and hopefully we'll see you at the stakeout during the month whenever there's consultations. But I wanted to ask you, and I'm hoping, I guess both as president and if you can, Egypt's own experience with sanctions. I know there's the meeting on Thursday and that there's a draft resolution. Mm-hmm. It seemed that you're proposing a working group to look at sanctions and their impact on, if this is accurate. Yeah. My question is, it seems like, one, there's some pushback, or at least I asked yesterday the new Russian ambassador, he said we're still working it through. Mm-hmm. How much is Egypt's experience with the experts on South Sudan a part of this, as some people think? And what do you think could be improved about the sanctions regimes of the UN? What do you want to see done through the resolution and otherwise by council members? Thanks.
Thank you so much. It's a very important question. I think it is important to rationalize the sanctions committee. You know, we as Egypt, we did an area formula, I think 2 weeks ago. We had the country concerned, the countries that came out of sanctions and the countries that are still under sanctions regime, like DRC. It was important to listen to them, to listen to their experience, and try to see what went wrong. How can we improve the sanction regime? The sanction regime, at the end of the day, it is not an end. It's a mean, and it's one of the tools of the Security Council. So it is important to try to rationalize it, to make it even more efficient. So that's really what the aim of what we wanted to do in this resolution. Until this moment, you are right. We're still working on with other country members and Security Council members. We will have a product at some point about this issue.
Just one follow-up on the South Sudan experts, where they talked specifically about particular arms sales to South Sudan. Yeah. Do you think that you were treated fairly? What could be done to improve, I guess, the expert system in terms of what goes into the report? Do you think it's false? And does this process, could it solve that or make some change to the way reports are written? Thanks.
There is no arm embargo on South Sudan. So whatever is in the report, I have no comment of it. But until this moment, there is no arm sanctions embargo on this. Please.
I just wanted. I'm not sure if you'll comment on it, but the recent meeting in France about Libya between Mr. Sarraj and Haftar. If you're willing to, what do you think this is a good step forward? What do you think are the next steps forward in Libya, or in terms of the council, and if you're willing to?
It is a very step forward, very important. We worked on it with as Egypt and France. We work on it, and I think we should build on it. First of all, I want to take the opportunity, of course, to pay tribute to Ambassador Martin Kobler-Lili. He did lots of achievement, and we have to build on this. I met with the new SRG, Mr. Hassan Salame, and I think also we are very optimistic about his appointment, and we think it's a very important move. He has very great experience. He's one of the regions, so I think like I said, we are very optimistic. But the move to have this meeting, and I think it's a start, and it's a very important start about the meeting between Haftar and Sarraj, and we will be building on that. Again, I met with Mr. Hassan Salame. He will be visiting the region. He's going to Tripoli, I think, in Libya very, very soon, and then he will visit Egypt and Italy in the near future, and he will be working on some ideas that will be presented by the Secretary General in the coming few weeks.
In this press conference by the Egyptian Presidency of the Security Council, Egyptian state media Akhbar al Yom, to which the UN has tried to give Intercity Press's office to keep it restricted from covering the General Assembly on the second floor without a minder, wasn't even here. This issue of Akhbar al Yom has to be solved, immediately. It's a total fraud, and it's actually censorship. Okay, to be continued.